morning to one and all present here. I am Niharika, student coordinator from Naresh Vashish Center for Tinkering and Innovation. And today we are here for a quick Q&A session about Samsung Innovation Awards. Samsung Innovation Awards were initiated and conceptualized in 2011, and they aim to encourage innovation and entrepreneurship among students. The award aims to support talent who showcase an innovative and creative approach towards solving real life problems. Today we have Dr. Ajit Bopardikar from Samsung. He's Senior Chief Engineer in Samsung R&D Institute, India, situated in Bangalore, and he has been working for over 11 years with Samsung. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Niharika. So I will begin with my presentation, which is essentially a repeat of the presentation that I gave last time. But what I will do is I will also take your questions. And so basically we start at the beginning and we go ahead and take the questions. So first of all, thank you for having me here. Secondly, here is a little bit about the Samsung Innovation Award. As Niharika ji pointed out, it is conducted annually by us since 2011. So this is the 10th year of the Samsung Innovation Award. Each year we have a different theme, and our mission is to recognize and reward inventions, innovative ideas by student teams in top institutes across India. And more importantly, to try and encourage you guys to think innovatively and to think in different ways. Each year, as we pointed out, we have a different theme. And this year's theme is intelligence sprouting on devices. So what do I mean by that? Hold on, sorry. So what do we mean by that? Or what is it that we are talking about? When we talk about intelligence sprouting on devices, we talk about a scenario where we are seeing that artificial intelligence, machine learning is starting to take over many domains, and some of the domains are listed here. Now, these systems are typically implemented and developed on servers, on larger machines, on machines which have a lot of computational power. But what we are starting to see is that all of these systems, all of these methods, even some of the deep learning methods are starting to find their way into our devices, such as these. So when you talk about, say, a mobile phone or a smartphone or something, there is some aspect, or there are some, there are some systems that are starting to come onto these. In other words, intelligence is starting to come, or is starting to sprout on these devices. So this year's Samsung Innovation Award, the key thrust is towards these kinds of on-device systems. So what are your ideas? What are your thoughts related to on-device systems? And these could be about pretty much anything. So you could think about wireless communications, you could think about multimedia, you could even think about mining, which is where your school had its start. And now it has diversified into these incredible different departments. So what we'd like to see is that a diversity of ideas from various sides which address how intelligence is starting to sprout on devices, what kind of applications are coming up, and things like that. The other thing that I would like to strongly point out to you, having said this, is that the IP of the idea rests with you. So typically, it is expected that if there is any protection that needs to get into your idea, like a provisional or something, that then you have taken care of it. We do not own the idea. We simply evaluate the idea and we get back to you and reward you for all your efforts. The other thing that you need to keep in mind is that your team should be a maximum of 3 students. That is, 3 of you can come together from any department, from anywhere in IIT ISM. Note the point, from within IIT ISM. a faculty or a research staff, a postdoc, a research associate may optionally be a mentor to the team. And also remember that the idea must be your own idea, your own original innovation. As per the rules of Samsung Innovation Award, there is an undertaking that the finalists will need to sign to this effect, saying that this is our own work. This is a part of our undertaking that is always signed with respect to the Samsung Innovation Award. Great. So now let's come to the dates. This is the most important part of it. We urge you to submit your ideas by the 18th. So once you have submitted the ideas by the 18th, please give your faculty as well as us some time to evaluate your ideas and announce the finalists. So we announce up to 7 finalists in Samsung Innovation Award. And this we expect to do by the 23rd of October. The final, which we would have liked to have at IIT ISM Dhanbad, we'll have to have it virtual this time. So this will again be on a call such as this one, where the jury will be sitting, and the jury will comprise your faculty as well as some of the researchers from SRIB. So while it is a pity that we cannot come to your campus and enjoy your campus, I do hope that, and we distinctly look forward to enjoying your ideas. So moving forward, let me tell you a few quick things about what it is that we are looking for. And this is very generalized. A lot of you have asked me questions that how exactly should we present our ideas, and what exactly do you expect? The answer is however you want to do it. So when you are talking about your idea, then remember that you're pitching your idea to a jury who will probably be able to allocate, say, at most half an hour to your idea, because there will be 25, 30 ideas, and eventually they will whittle down to about 7. So now just imagine that you have a jury like this, which comprises your faculty as well as someone from our side. And then think about what would convey your idea in the minimum possible way, but in which will give the maximum possible impact. That is the technical aspect, your vision, your idea, your application, everything coming through. So for example, there have been, and I will be giving you a few examples. You could have a scenario where you give me a 2-page write-up, or you give me a PowerPoint presentation, or maybe a video, or a demo which is captured on a video. All of these are fair game. And if your ideas are very large, then please make sure that you upload them to the Google Drive and send the link to the coordinators. This information will also be given to you at the end of this, these slides. The other question related to how exactly will the ideas be evaluated. The key thing here is the application, how you have used the various techniques, the technology, the thoughts that you have to build an application which can be realized, which will have some sort of impact. And this is key. So of course, we see the degree of innovation, we see to what extent you have made a prototype. Now the prototype may not be a nuts and bolts, literally a hardware system or an instrument. It could well be a software system. It could be anything. But how far have you come? What is your vision, or what is your opinion regarding the product realization? And how much effort do you think would be required to fully realize this? And why did you start this in the first place? So what is the business impact, or what is the key application? What difference will it make? These are the kind of thoughts that we are looking at. The key date is that, as I told you, up to 7 projects will be chosen for a final presentation, and the announcement is on the 23rd of August 2020. This is our plan. On the 4th of November, there will be a final presentation. Again, this will be your inventions, your ideas will be presented virtually. So please get together with your teams and please consider how exactly you'd like to present your idea. And of course, the prize money and all, so we won't go into that. Finally, points of contact. These are the points of contact. I would request you to please keep this in mind and send your ideas for the first cut to any of these student POCs. The faculty as well as us will ensure that that the student POCs pass the ideas on to us and we are in a position to evaluate. Ideally, this is where I stop, but I would like to give you some examples of past finalists. I have two out here, and these are from IIT Indore and the winners from IIT Indore particularly. So there was one application which was called Book 360, which was a which was an augmented reality, virtual reality enhanced textbook reading and learning experience. And in this, what they did was they put certain codes, if I may say so, throughout the book, particularly at key points where you could use your smartphone to scan the barcode or something like that, or you could use your AR VR glasses to do a virtual experiment, or you could or you could get more information by simply pointing your phone and a Wikipedia or a important page would open up. So in other words, what they tried to do is they tried to invent a next gen book, which would allow you, or rather to take the existing books to the next generation by putting in these stickers in the books so that the learning experience of a person using these books is enhanced. How did they present this idea? So first, when the idea came to us for evaluation, there were only two components. One was a short document, 2 pages, which explained the idea. And the second was a video where both the proposer and his mentor sat down together, described the idea, and actually, used the phone, pointed it at a book, showed how the idea would work, and things like that. So we knew exactly, or every reviewer of the idea knew exactly how the idea was going to work. So what we looked forward as judges, as the jury, was that when we actually saw this in the final, how exactly would it look? And in the finals, again, they used a video to demonstrate how the system or how their idea worked. And then they had an app. So then they came up to us, they showed a book, they pointed their phone at the book and showed how different pieces of information could be could be obtained or used to enhance the learning process, to get more knowledge and things like that. So this is how they did both the idea presentation as well as the final. The second idea that I would like to talk about is the tree climbing quadruped robo. The idea here was that humans are by their very nature bulky for many trees, and yet there is a situation where you have to pick fruits from a tree, or you may want to do some pruning or do something. So the tree may not have the structural strength to support us heavy humans. Instead, what they proposed was a robo that could traverse through various terrains, could go up a tree trunk, and could pick fruit or pick whatever was required to be picked. And their vision was smart and automated farms. How did they present their ideas? They had approximately 10 slides. And they had 2 videos which showed how the robo walked, how it could climb, how it could step up and step down and things like that. And in the finals, they had a 2-part presentation. One was, of course, a short PPT presentation. And second was they had Robo live, which they showed, and they showed how the robo would move, how it would go up and down, and how it would traverse different terrains. So it was because they presented their idea, they showed their idea, and because the jury could see the vision and could see the utility of the idea, the different, to use a Hindi word, alag soch, जो अलग सोच होती है, so they could see that different thinking, and that is why these projects won the award in 2019. Having described these two, I now come to your questions, and I'd like to answer these questions. I have had an opportunity to give some thought to some of the questions, and I think and if you have any more questions to ask, then please go ahead. But for now, let's just go through these questions one at a time. Elaboration on the theme. I believe I've given you an elaboration. So essentially, it comes down to, because the mobile phones, the various handheld and other devices are becoming more and more powerful computationally. How is artificial intelligence, machine learning starting to spawn on these devices, and how it is making a difference? What are the interesting new ideas and thoughts that are coming up because of this? That is the key thing, or that is what we are looking at. So this is the sense of the theme. I hope that I have covered this question. The second question, can I use an idea completely distinct from the available choices and from the theme, ensuring that the idea will, something is in the way, will surely help people but may not be categorized in a consumer goods category? Short answer, yes. A longer answer would be an example that I would like to give you from an earlier Samsung Innovation Award. In one of the earlier innovation awards, we had given a certificate of appreciation to one particular project. This project had to do with farming. That is how various not apparatus, but various things that were required for farming, such as manure, such as soil and all that, could be controlled, their quality could be controlled and measured, and then subsequently, the best yield can be obtained. So this was the idea. And of course, as you can see, this will surely help people. It won't come into the particular theme, but at the same time, this would be a useful idea. So that is the call that you need to take, or that is the pitch that you need to make. That when you are presenting an idea, how can you present it to see how it's going to help people? So if it is not falling within the theme and you still need to present it, then please think about, this aspect carefully. I hope that I have answered this question. The third question is, what are the best tips for implementation of a particular idea? I can of course say that it depends on the idea, but key thing is to explain your idea, to explain your invention, to explain your application very clearly. Remember, whether it is a paper, it is a patent, or it is an idea, it is the reviewer who needs to understand it. And once the reviewer understands your idea and sees the utility in that idea, then this goes ahead. So the notes that I wrote down here are, please reflect on how best to present your idea. So would a simulation work? So if you're putting in a simulation, for example, and your idea has to do with actually building a hardware system and showing it, then are you in a position to do that? Should your idea get selected for the finals? Please reflect on such things. Please develop on building the system. Please reflect on how you would like to develop or build the system. Also, please see ahead and just imagine that suppose your idea does make it to the final, then what is it that you would want the judges in the final to see? So when you're giving your idea, or when you are presenting your idea, your invention, or your system, then please present it in a way which tells the judges that yes, they have this particular system, and in the finals they will present, or this team will present at least a set of use cases or a minimum set of use cases which tells me as a judge how exactly this idea will work and how it will go. So again, you may want to go back to the two examples that I have given you. For example, the quadruped robo, that team had actually sent us a couple of videos which showed how the robo behaves, and that intrigued us. And they went a little further in the finals, just a little further. We were not expecting to see the robo climb up the trees or something, but we definitely did expect that the robo would do a little bit more than what was shown in the video, and that was fulfilled. They could show how the robo could move in challenging areas, and that was the key demonstration. Of course, if they showed that it was climbing up trees, then that would be terrific. So please reflect on how exactly you'd like to present, what is the best way to present your system. That is absolutely vital. Just give me a second. Yes. The fourth question. The fourth question has three parts. What are we supposed to do regarding the submission of a demo? Please elaborate. Can we modify the idea later that we initially presented? Are there restrictions on the idea, like whether it has to be general or specifically dedicated to technological topics? I will try to answer the questions, and I believe I have addressed these questions in the previous, this question or these points in the previous questions. Still, when you're talking about a demo, then it could be a video. It could also be that you have developed an interesting software system, say for example, NLP or something like that. And you show a video which demonstrates how it works. So that is also fine. So either way, please ensure that the demo that you're giving, and for submitting your idea, the demo has to be a video or maybe a executable file which shows how the things work. You know, that actually captures the thoughts within your idea. Can we modify the idea later than that we initially presented? Don't. You can enhance it for sure, but do not deviate from the idea that you have presented in your that you have submitted on October 18th. In other words, there's the two ideas. That suppose there is an idea you presented on 18th, and your idea gets selected for the finals, and what you present in the finals should not be distinctly different. What you present in the finals can be advancement of what you have presented on the 18th, for sure. It can be a variation on that theme in the sense that, for example, if say the robo example, right? If they said that, oh, we are going to present a robo, and instead they simply present another video of the robo, then that's not something that will fly. So please think about this also. Are there any restrictions on ideas, like whether it has to be general or specifically dedicated to technological topics? For sure, Samsung is a technological company. It is a company that values innovation. So when you are presenting your idea, yes, the technology or the technological topics are important. Again, nice if you can dedicate to technological topics, but if you are going to tell me that, okay, you know, I want to present something on farming and you have a great idea there which uses specific kinds of technologies, then please highlight those as well. So as I told you, the category is something that we look at for all the, is something that we emphasize, but that does not mean that you cannot submit ideas from slightly different domains which have value. I am also guessing that this answers question 5. Can I present a project on my field specific topic, say mining? Yes, you may, but please discuss what kind of technologies you're using, how exactly, what are your ideas, and how those ideas are being used, say for a particular purpose, say for safety, say for communication or whatever. So the answer is yes, you may present. Please do go ahead. We are excited to see ideas from many different areas. The key is that when we are giving you a particular theme, then see if you can input, or it's better to embed that theme, and that becomes useful. That said, your idea will not be negatively judged because that particular theme is not there. But we prefer ideas with the theme that we have. What extent of innovation is to be considered? A completely new idea is required, or simply the modified version of a pre-existing one can also work? Again, both. If you have a really new idea, then absolutely, we would love to hear about it. And if you're talking about, say, a modified or a pre-existing or modified version of an existing idea, then talk about the modifications. Demonstrate how those modifications have made the idea more useful in its particular field. So, in other words, please talk about the utility of the work that you're doing. And that is one of the key things. As the seventh question is, as we are in a global pandemic, are there any suggestions to bring out creative ideas with only basic things available at home? I'm not sure I have understood this question fully, but let me try and answer it. The short answer is yes. The short answer is yes, you can. For example, you could use sensors that are available in your smartphones, or you could demonstrate the utility of your idea in a domestic setting, that how your idea works, say, in the kitchen, or to make, say, to save electricity or whatever. I mean, yes, see if you can use things, and if you have used them creatively, or if you have used the things that are available to you at home creatively, then that is a very neat way of presenting your work. So the answer is yes. The question 8, should we submit a presentation along with a demo video, and what is the maximum number of slides for the presentation? There is a reason why we kept the presentation aspect as loose as possible. And the reason was that we did not want to put unnecessary constraints on any of you. We wanted you to express yourself as clearly as you could. In other words, as we have shown in the earlier two projects or winning projects, yes, great if you can have a demo video. It's even better if you can have a presentation. My rule of thumb is that if you are having a set of slides, then keep them to around 10 or less. If you are having a write-up, then please keep it less than 2 pages, less than or equal to 2 pages. And if you're having a video, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes is fine. Remember that your jury is going to look at many, many projects. And if they have to look at many projects, then the time that they can devote to each of the projects is less. What you need to think about when you are, presenting your work is, what is the best I can do? What is the kind of time I would like, or we would like the jury to spend on this and get the point of what we are trying to say. And the rule of thumb that I've given you, that is no more than 10 slides, write-up of less than 2 pages, and video 2 to 3 minutes, is that. It's a rule of thumb. So please use this, and please make use of the flexibility that we have provided in order to present your idea. Ninth question. Can you please provide insights on judgment criteria and modes of checking for working model? Again, this question is not 100% clear to me, But here is what what I have to say. As we saw in the previous slide, and particularly here, the degree of innovation, how you have, to what extent you have implemented the prototype, and what kind of potential you see and you can demonstrate to the jury. All of these play an important role. Furthermore, business impact is also one of the most important things that we use. Please remember, these are not the only things that we will look at. We will also look at how useful the idea is, if it makes a difference to people, and if it does, then how exactly does it help people. So all of these will also go into the judgment criteria. And when we talk about mode of checking for working models, then please remember that you're putting in a particular, when you put a presentation or you put a video, you make a promise saying that, okay, my system can do these things. That's the minimum that anyone, not just the jury, but anyone would like to see. Beyond that, whatever you can show is great. And particularly if your idea makes it to the finals, then, seeing it, quote unquote, in real life, or whatever passes for real life in this virtual environment, that would be useful. So when you're talking about your models, or when you're talking about your working models, please make sure that the minimum features are working and properly tested, so that when you bring them or when you demonstrate them, either when you're submitting the idea or if your idea goes into the final, then in the finals, then the jury understands precisely the vision of what you're doing. This brings me to the last question. Is there a possibility that the students with best presentations will be given an opportunity in Samsung, maybe an internship, to develop themselves in such an enthusiastic environment like the Samsung R&D? Well, it's a very nice thought, and I'd like to bring a few things to your notice. The first thing is that, just a second. So the first thing is that from IIT Dhanbad, we already take interns, and one of your strengths of your institute has been, software, and you guys are amazing software. So we do take interns from Samsung, from IIT Dhanbad. We also, we also try and organize different things. So I believe that people from Samsung R&D have come to your institute in the past. One of the things that we will do is we have had cases when people from, or winners from earlier Samsung Innovation Awards have come into Samsung for internship. So yes, that possibility distinctly exists. How it plays out in the pandemic is a different story. And one of the things that we will do is we will pass on the names of the winners to our HR, and we can take it from there. So these are my answers to your questions. I see that someone, Kasina Jyoti Swarup, has written a question. So let me just have a look at it and see if I have already answered it. The question goes, if we have implemented a part of our proposal in a previous project and would like to employ it in the current proposal, is that considered, or everything we present should be exclusively built towards the innovation challenge? The answer is no. You can consider the previous work. If you build on it, it is terrific. It's wonderful. So you should not worry about that. Please worry about rather what exactly is your idea and the utility of the idea. So that would be my request. So with this, I would like to end my chat, or my monologue, so to speak, and I'm open for any other questions that you might have.
So there is one more question from Atul. He's asking, could a single individual or a team present more than one idea?
It is not preferred. a single individual is typically associated with a single idea. So please choose the idea that you'd like to work on. Because just consider the scenario where maybe people present distinct ideas. So then what exactly and who exactly do we avoid?
Thank you, sir.
So there we are. And any other questions that I can take?
So one more question has popped up in the chat box
Please.
from Kasina Jyoti Swaroop. Also, considering the pandemic situation, acquiring all the hardware required or building a system as such is difficult. So how would you propose on the video presentation?
It I know, and I thought I had tried to answer this question just now, but just give me a second. This is definitely a challenge. That is, collecting all the hardware is definitely a challenge. One of the things that I would suggest is that if you're making a project, then it's better to try and make a software project, something that three individuals who are in different parts of the country can come together and make a project. So that would be one approach. The second approach which I propose is that maybe the hardware can be built at the residence of one of you. So if one of you is going to bring in all the hardware components, maybe an expert from your side who is expert at hardware can start putting these things together while the others can help her or him. So maybe that is another approach that works in this scenario. Does that answer your question? Niharika, you are muted. I cannot hear you.
Niharika, you are muted. Please unmute.
Yes, Jyoti, you can unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah. Hello, sir. What exactly I wanted to ask was, a part of my proposal is built, but it is not available with me. It is in my campus. So I would like to use that part as a presentation because you've mentioned the previous challenges. They've presented a video where they showed you a working model. So in this context, I wanted to ask how I go about it. Like, right now acquiring that hardware would be tough because one, it is costly. Second, it'll take time to come before the challenge, like the submission date. So how do I go about it?
It is hard for me to answer this question mostly because it is a question that deals with logistics and the rules of your institute. However, I may proffer a couple of thoughts on this in this direction. If this is what you want to show, then I know that maybe your mentors are going to the university. If you can take permission, go to the university, take all the use cases that you want and take a video of that. That may be an approach. The second thing would be that if you are more than one people, then maybe, each one of you could take turns to do it. But please do not do all this at the expense of your safety. Your safety is of primary concern, and your degree and your education is extremely important. So when you are doing this, I request you to please explore the rules of your university to see how you can do this particular thing safely. Because I don't think that you would be in a position to build the whole thing all over again at your home. Collecting all the components would be difficult. So if there's any possibility to get, say, a video or something of your system, or to show how it works by making one safe visit to your university or through your mentor, then that might be a reasonable approach to take. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Or could I follow approach like this, saying I could show you the results, but the entire working I could simulate it on a 3D software, maybe something like that. Is that acceptable?
That is also possible, but yeah, but the question always will be asked that to what extent have you made this? So you should be in a position to answer it. all of us here work on the honor code. I mean, pretty much everyone, right from Samsung to IIT, ISM Dhanbad, work on the honor code. So whatever you say will be not just understood, it will also be taken on its face value.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Kavya Saxena is asking that we need servers in our idea, but at current we do not have any. So kindly suggest what we can do the best.
Again, maybe you can pare down the idea to its minimum features. That may be one approach. Second, you may want to connect to the servers that are available within your university and see if it's possible to make those connections. That means, again, it's a logistic issue where you would need to, approach your sister sysads, your IT department, and see how you can get firewall exceptions and things like that to demonstrate your idea. Not knowing how exactly your system or your IT system is built, this is as far as I can go.
Thank you, sir. With this, we have come to the end of today's Q&A session. I would like to thank Dr. Ajit for being with us and clearing all our queries and doubts with so much ease. I would also like to thank Professor Pankaj Mishra and Professor Ajit Kumar. I would like to thank all my co-coordinators, Snigdh, Bhargav, Mamoon, Srijan, Preet, and our other coordinators, Akshay and Prince. Thank you, sir. This was a great session, and we are looking forward to having great results from the institute.
Thank you so much, Niharika, Ajit, and all the organizers. From my side as well as Abanti's side, who is from our communications side, it was a pleasure to be here and to answer your questions. We are excited and we are looking forward to receiving your ideas and evaluating them. Thank you and take.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit, for being a part of this important session. This is Ajit Kumar this side, and I hope that you have beautifully answered all the queries of our students, and I hope that they will be participating with the great enthusiasm in this particular Samsung Innovation Award. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this particular session.
Thank you. Thank you,
Ajit so much.
And we should note that the date is now extended from 14th to 18th for submission.
Yes, I think I've put 18th in my presentation also. So we look forward to the 18th day.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Great.
you, sir.
Thank you.
I would
So
also
all of
like
you
to
have a
thank
great day.
everyone.
Okay. Sure. You too.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay safe and healthy. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.